See you soon.
As a channel member, we want to have stuff for you guys. What we plan to do, of course, have those emojis, a bonk emoji.
Yeah.
We want to do comic strips for you guys to kind of keep our characters and comics out there, keep the creative blood flowing, and just little strips, maybe monthly.
Develop notifications, sub if you haven't. We're trying to make the best content we can out here and do something more like a podcast.
Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this.
Ooh, what a rush!
Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No.
Yes!
Get him to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking Diaz brothers!
What is that a picture of?
It's Friday night. You know what time it is. Time for the Diaz Brothers Show. Sit down, turn up those TVs, and get ready for the two best looking brothers in all of comics. Here they are. Philip and Diaz. No guests tonight.
What's up? Whoa, look at this. A lot of curtain over here. Oh my God. Yeah, what's up with that? Here we go. What's up with the screen? It's mad today. Mad screen. Is it down?
Why don't you
Hey,
answer the question?
what's the question?
What's up with what is that photo of?
What photo?
That one that you sent me. It's confusing.
Oh, yeah, it's not for you. It's for the stream. We'll talk about it. What's up, everybody? Thank you for
Yeah.
being here. How's
I don't
everybody
know
doing?
anything about the stream.
How do we sound? Let us know in the chat if you guys could hear us.
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
What's up?
What is up? It's good to have everybody here. I saw we're starting off the stream already with the super chat. From Snarkticon DM. Before we get into this, $5. Thank you so much, Snarky. Says, do you have any idea how much that game costs?
Do you have any idea how much that game costs?
puts down
Yeah.
sheets
A quarter.
and drinks. Dude, I quoted that
Yeah.
today
Right.
in the car.
There's multiple things that had double showings today, and this is one of them.
Yeah, this was talked about today.
Yeah.
Classic line from Night of the Sentinels. Thank you so much for that super chat. And of course, Narcom starting off right with a good old classic bong. Oh, great way to start off the stream.
All right, what we'll do here is we'll show the photo and then the chat where you could tell of me what the photo
No, we'll
is
get to that
of.
later. I got to
No.
talk about how I broke my back at the gym a half hour
Oh
ago.
my god.
What's up? Pazmaster Dan is here.
What's up?
Angela Curry.
What's
Those
up?
chops are overwhelming. Yeah, I was.
No, I think your mullet in the back is
Is overwhelming?
confusing them, and they think it's attached to your
It's not
chops.
attached. No, the girlfriend says
Yeah.
I have a Jesse Katstopoulos hair,
Uh-huh.
which I've always wanted.
Mhm.
So I think it's
Yeah,
working out
coming
good.
back around. You know, no Dave Coulier hair for you.
Yeah, no one wants that Dave Coulier here. But I did get compliments at on the sideburns from a guy
Oh, that sounds
at
fantastic.
a bar,
Great.
and this guy looked like Rich Ayala, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't really know what Rich Ayala looks like.
He looks like a dude. What's up, Jay Ryan?
What's
Good
up?
to see you. Henry Bemis as well. The chops have their own soul.
What's
Citizen
up?
Ronan is here. I don't think Phil can grow a full beard. Ang. He's very angry about that. I think that's what that means.
Ange.
Alex VRB is here. Mark Pengrin.
What's
Good
up?
to see you. Jake.
What's
Good
up?
to see you, Jake. I wanted to show Brannon this Easter egg, Simpsons Easter egg that Jake had showed us last night.
This is
Remind me to do that.
Fraggle or whatever his name is.
Fraggle.
Grabble.
No, it's not
Gravel?
gravel. I don't think he knows about gravel. Gordon Goodbrother is here.
What's up?
That means she wants 3 babies. Oh yeah, they did have triplets, right?
Ooh, the guy from
Jesse,
the bar.
Uncle Jesse, not the guy from the bar.
I
No,
don't know.
Uncle Jesse. Let's go. Ready to rumble. Bow. What's up, Lieutenant Hughes? Are you on Rumble as well? No, there's 3 people on Rumble.
And it's not.
We're streaming on
Lieutenant Hughes.
Rumble. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on X. So tweet this out if you guys are on
all over the
Twitter.
place.
Don't tell Phil about the secret barrel project yet.
I
What's
have
this?
not. I guess Alex BRB is
the
working
hell
on a
is this?
secret barrel project
Oh my god!
that over the next few months he'll be dropping hints about.
More barrels this year. I'm excited.
I'm hearing that it's supposed to be the biggest barrel project of all time.
What's up, TC? What about the barrel giveaway?
No,
That
this is
doesn't
gonna
make
be
any
bigger.
sense. Wow, that's quite the undertaking.
Yeah, it's going to be even bigger.
Snarticon says, "No, Shelby. Why am I even here?"
He's too busy cooking his eggs without putting down his soy adhesion flakes. Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that.
One, he made eggs and
Mm-hmm.
then waited multiple days before posting an image of them. And then 2, there was no confirmation about him using the proper soy adhesion flakes for holding down his plastic bag while cooking said eggs.
Uh-huh. Now, do you have the clips to show the chat what the hell you're talking about?
Now, if you guys
All
followed
right.
me on Twitter
Good.
or X, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Michael Bankrupt's in the chat, says, "Is shooting jelly beans out of your fingers cool?" I guess so. Yeah, there is a poll in the chat. That's a reference to our poll, which is Jubilee cool. And this right now, yes is winning, which is surprising me.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jubilee is pretty cool.
I am wearing my X-Men shirt today, which I found recently, and then subsequently it had cucumber salad spilled on it once my girlfriend
Comedically.
put the shirt and the cucumber salad in the same plastic bag.
Well, we were out of Tupperware, so how else was she supposed to get it home?
No, there was Tupperware, but I do have the shirt, and look at Jubilee. Jubilee's on it.
Yeah, she's
Right here.
there.
Right there. Jubilation Lee is her name. Did you know that?
Jubilation. Yeah, I did know that.
You were saying this one's the white Jubilee,
Right,
though.
that's the white Jubilee.
This
you can
is-
tell.
Oddly enough, drawn by the Asian Jim Lee, making Jubilee white. Yeah, I remember back in the 90s when she was white.
She was. Do they call her Jubilee, short for Jubilation Lee, right? But is Jubilee short for Jubilation? Or is it like Juba is short for Jubilation and then Lee is just the last name and then they say that?
Right. It's like a amalgamation of her first and last name.
I see.
It's not really a code name, right?
Right.
Or her code name would be like Firecracker.
Fireworks Girl.
Which is weird because they always like change these characters' code names. Like, you know how like Boom Boom was also Meltdown and
really? It's like
Kitty Pride.
I always called her Kitty Pride, even
Boomer.
though she had Shadow Cat as a name.
Right.
And they never really called her
Shadow Cat. Exactly. They just called her Kitty Pride. I saw a young.
Right. Dale A says Brand Diaz.
Oh, Brand Diaz.
Yeah,
I could see that. Juba L.E.
That's what I'm thinking.
Jubes?
They did say Jubes.
Did they say Jubes?
Yeah.
We're going to get into this. A little Jubilee talk. We got Kenneth Rocafort in the chat. What's up, Kenneth? Thanks for being here.
Romy says, you've never been to a Jubilee? No, nobody invites me.
To a Jubilee?
Yeah.
That sounds like an old-timey Victorian era dance.
Well, that's sort of like a jubilation.
Right. Like, well, that's like the Jubilation.
Right. Holiday jubilation.
From the Whoville.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jubilee. Jujubes stick to my teeth. It's a candy reference.
Corn syrup.
Yeah. Jubes. Yeah, well, she was in the newest X-Men episode, and she also turned 18, I guess, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, that was this episode.
Anyways,
about making her 18.
Let's talk about how this week flew past.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Well, probably one of the fastest weeks of the year, I'd say.
Time is building momentum.
Yeah, it's like a juggernaut.
It's just getting faster and faster.
Every step
cannot be stopped.
Every hand motion of the clock, it goes faster and faster.
Right. We need a week, maybe, that's kind of like the blob that just cannot be moved.
Right. No power on earth can move the blob.
Right.
Shout outs to Deerman is in the chat. What's up, Deerman? We showed off his art last week. Pretty awesome, a little Jasmine Stone art from Lost Pages.
Snarticom is saying no more jailbait Jubilee. Do you think that's why they made this episode finally, so that they could get out there and do the spicy fan art finally?
Yeah,
without it being creepy.
Well, she made out with Sunspot.
Yeah, but we don't know how old he is. Do we know?
I don't know. No, I don't. But maybe that's why they did it. So like, we got to have Jubilee make out with someone, but she's got to be 18.
Yeah,
or it's gonna be weird.
Or maybe they're gonna push for a Jubilee Magneto relationship, like
oh my god,
with everybody.
Oh, they're doing that with Rogue right now, which I did put out a short.
Yeah,
you guys could watch that short.
That also makes no sense.
Or TikTok. What's up, Snuggy Junior LE, my buddy? Good to see you. Jay Ryan saying ZZ Top, which I appreciate. ZZ Top.
Yeah. The
also,
episode of Bones was on the other day where the guy from ZZ Top was in it.
Yeah, Billy Gibbons was in Bones. Oh, my insides are exploding. So yeah, I think the government, we have this conspiracy where the government is, now that everybody's clocks are digital, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing some sort of like mass manipulation to all the clocks to make a second faster than a second actually is. So over time, over decades, the days will appear shorter, and the workday will go faster, and we won't even notice.
But where does the extra time get removed from the day? When you're sleeping, that he just like steal time from you? When you're abducted by aliens and you have missing time,
right?
Are they just doing that to you while you're sleeping now?
Yeah, maybe. Well, they're trying that. They're probably, what's happening is, while the night is longer and you're sleeping, that's when they're gathering all the birds up to replace the batteries in them.
You think so? I figured that was when they were just taking all of your money via taxes. Instead of taxing you, they just go into your house and turn your pockets out.
Eddie Winkler's in the chat. What's up, Eddie? I almost saw him today, but then I didn't.
You didn't.
I didn't see him.
Alex VRB says, Wait, you've been abducted, Brandon? One, I call it an experience. Two, no.
All right. Yeah. So earlier at the gym, I probably broke my back. Right before you left. So I'm doing this new thing. It's called deadlifting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm on the
lifting until you die.
Right. Lifting until you're dead.
Right.
So I've been doing it 3 times a week. Starting off at 135 and then 185 warm-ups, and then working lift weight set of 225.
And you're wearing a weight belt for this?
No, because all my research says do as much as you can without the weight belt,
Sure.
and then implement the weight belt because you could you get your ab strength up. But and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to my working set, which is 235. All right, which is 50 pounds heavier than 185.
Okay.
So you put
put 145 on one side, you put 5 on the other side.
No,
right? It's easy.
No, you put the 225 plates on.
Okay.
But over at the gym, we have 2 different types of plates. There's those like plasticky
there's
plates.
the rubbery ones, and then there's just a straight up
iron. Right. So plasticky plates, which are bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and then the iron plates, which are smaller, because they're more heavy and more dense or whatever.
Because they're not wasting all that space
Right.
on the rubber.
And they don't need them to make it look cooler than it actually is. So I put the plates on, and I'm going to get ready to lift. And I lift it, I do 1, and I come back down, and then I'm like, I go to come back up again, and then I feel there's like I just assume it's a muscle in my back.
And then in your user, like your HUD, you
Right.
saw the number of vertebrae go down by 1.
No. So then I felt like if you have like a muscle in your back, you imagine that. But imagine it was made of like ribbed rubber, and then if someone just took their fingernail and went like around the ribs, and it was like, and then I put the bar
muscle
down
in your back.
Yeah, I
did
can only
this.
assume it's a muscle, but
It
that's what it felt
wasn't
like.
Ligaments snapping like a bunch of rubber bands.
Maybe it was like a, but it didn't feel like my spine. It didn't hurt. It was just like, oh, that's probably not good. And then I put it down and realized I had 235 plates on instead of 225 plates.
Yeah. So you get 70 extra.
So you do 255-pound 1 deadlift. And then I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. And it's because the iron. I was dumb. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to my back.
Michael Dici says ribbed rubber.
Yeah, ribbed.
If you've never heard of this thing called Bad Dragon.
Yeah, ribbed for my discomfort is what it was. And it doesn't hurt. It just feels like it's really tight right now, and it's probably going to hurt a lot tomorrow. But I took off the 35s, put on the 25s, and then did 3 of
Is it
235.
That even with your lifted shoes, I'm now taller than you
because of this?
Yeah.
No, it's not possible. But hopefully
entirely possible.
I'll be able to rest this weekend, and Monday we'll be back on deadlifts.
Well, I got all these pianos that you have to move tomorrow. And then we're going to watch WrestleMania on Sunday.
Yeah, WrestleMania is this weekend. I didn't lift 95 pounds. I did more than that. Eddie.
He also said earlier, deadlifting is for people who want to get better at deadlifting.
Yeah.
And it serves no other purpose than that, except for making you shorter and better at deadlifting.
No, it's for, I heard it's for building out your hams. I don't know what that means. I also don't like ham, so.
That sounds disgusting.
It does sound disgusting. I am angling for another Asian massage. I'm due for another.
What it is.
Probably sometime this weekend.
See, my back was hurting over the weekend, but it's because I ate too much cheesecake.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
From Easter. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, Brandon's back gets inflamed when he eats sugar.
It's true. That's very true. All right. So what about this photo you sent me that's a mystery?
Yeah, it's like evolution.
Right.
It's a mystery. Yeah. So, guys, now that you're here, there's a little update that I mentioned yesterday on the Creative Block, but if you guys weren't there, now you could hear it now. Update on the Lost Pages 3 campaign. Of course, you guys seen the proofs before. Beautiful, kick-ass proofs. We proofread this multiple times, edited, added pages, and everything. All the books are at the printers, except one batch of books have already printed.
Get an accident.
Get a load of this. This is the only picture I was able to get. But it is you can't see anything, right? You can't see
not the gluten.
This is the picture that Brandon was worried about, that he didn't understand what was happening. So this is a picture of Simon Bisley's hand.
Oh, is that
as you can tell by the typo negative tattoo right there, pointing.
I thought that was a power button.
No. Pointing to a box that contains the Lost Pages 3s that have arrived at his place for him to sign. So he's hopefully this weekend he's going to sign them. We will hit up Mixum to go grab them back from him, ship them to the U.S. And those ones are already printed. They've been printed in the U.K. And for easy, just it's so cheap to ship anything in the U.K. If it's going to the U.K., it's like $6 because it's so small. So just like Lost Pages 1, he'll sign them. We'll get them over here. We'll start shipping them out. So those orders were put in around probably the same night, orders for that batch and then the batch that are going out to everybody else. So I want to say probably early next week, they should be completed with printing over here and we should be able to start fulfillment ASAP. So big news, awesome stuff. And shout outs to everybody at Mixum for helping us out with that. Shout outs to Simon and everybody that supported us and backed it. We actually got a backer today.
Oh, yeah.
But then he also refunded today as well.
It was probably an accident.
So, yeah, maybe.
Alex URB has a quote directly from Simon.
Right here? This one?
Did you see it?
He says, "Oi, it's me, Simon Bisley. I got all your comics and I'm signing them, Yeah, I could see that. No, he did the he messaged me and said got him, and then he did the OK symbol.
Yeah.
Which I was excited about.
Yeah.
People saying awesome. What's up, Peter Orchard?
Him because he didn't have a license for him.
No, he had a license for him. It was not Bancroft. That's the Breeks. Oh, that's not the Brexit symbol. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Thought it was a band symbol. Sweet the Biz. What's up, Oz? Good to see you. Yeah, so everything's going well. We also sent in all of our files for the peripheral stuff. The ash can is at the printer as well. All that stuff is getting printed locally down the block from us. They did the previous people ash cans as well. Bisley is a Victorian chimney sweep, apparently. Yeah, I've met him,
Citizen Ronan says, for a minute, I thought that was Simon Bisley talking. Yeah, that was a sound bite directly from him. He sent in with that photo.
Yeah, what's the WhatsApp? Yeah, he sent that over to me on WhatsApp. Yeah, so that's the picture that Brandon was curious about, why I sent it to him. He just wanted to pull that up. We are trying to get to 42K. We're so close. Look at that. 41,854 with how many backers? 565 backers. Amazing. So if you guys haven't backed, you have buddies, comic buddies that are really into comics, let them know about it. Tell them to back it. And we're going to be fulfilling very quickly. I wish Bisley would post more painting videos. Yeah, those were awesome. I'm not sure what he's currently working on right now.
He's signing books.
Bean pad, that's
obviously.
Right. How long will the campaign stay open? I always like to back really late and go in deep with the add-ons. Yeah, I mean that's awesome too. We usually keep it open through fulfillment.
Definitely keep it open through fulfillment. The add-ons thing, though, for us, I would say if you like add-ons, you should probably get in earlier because, like, we had to remove the shirts already from the campaign, so be missing out on shirts.
Yeah, because we already bought
statues,
shirt stock and
right.
everything to make the shirts.
Right.
But yeah, statues too. We're doing a little touch up on the statue, the print file right now, with our sculptor, and then we're gonna start batching those out. I think we had sold like around 30 or 40 of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, now would be a perfect time to grab it. Probably only be open for another month or 2 months, because we'll probably end fulfillment by the end of next month, which is great. Dean is here. What's up, Dean? Dean put out an awesome video on the X-Men this past week that I watched. So shout outs to Dean. That was really cool. Drop of knowledge.
Like a episodic thing breakdown, or is he just
no, not on the actual cartoon, just like on the history of X-Men, and a lot of cool clips like Stan Lee talking about X-Men as well on there. And he uses his little like avatar cartoony guy, like a VTuber, and he like puppets the mouth and stuff. So you can connect, with them via cartooniness. Will the next campaign have a Diaz Bro chug seed oil stretch goal? No,
there's no depravity here.
No, there might be one where we crowdfunded my iron lung because my back's broken.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to do.
Phil developed polio.
That's what that feeling was in my back. Or was gout, one of the two.
It's rickets.
I hope it's not rickets. So next weekend, you're going to be not here.
I'm not going to be here.
You might be calling in via satellite.
Maybe. That usually goes well for a while.
Yeah.
It's so busy there on Friday. So I'll be at Exotica, Chicago next weekend. That's Friday afternoon into the night.
Let's read what this guy said.
Yeah, I recognize that guy.
I'll be at Exotica, Chicago, April 12th through 14th, booth 829.
It's the first year that I've realized that they've been sending me my booth number ahead of time.
Yeah.
So now I could actually put it in the post. It's also the first year that I've made a post
about it. That's good. With a full array of pinups, bikini babe, more sexy art than last year. Dude, last year you sold a bunch of comics too.
Yeah, I was selling comics,
which
like
was
crazy last
which
year.
was really cool. So anybody in the Chicagoland area, hit up Brandon.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Snarticom says Zayd Ninja psyop. Let me give you some proof on why Zayd Ninja is not a psyop.
Why is he saying it's a psyop?
I'm not getting a lot of likes on my posts because my posts are actually being debuffed by Twitter, as shown in that post by comicborgs.org to Aaron Lepresti.
Yeah.
And it got zero interactions whatsoever because it showed that my post was not existent, even though it was actually there. He had retweeted or quote tweeted my Easter Bunny girl, and then Twitter didn't let him like actually retweet it because it said that the post was deleted by the author or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was able to see it, but I think it may have had.
I intentionally put
this thing on here
blocker on there because
it has this.
Somebody was telling me that because my art is so realistic, I guess, that
hyper
the
sexy
filters might just be seeing it as actual naked photos, and then it might be debuffing them because of that. So we'll see. I have to do that. Or if you guys are a bunch of sissies, you could turn on turn off the filter to look at adult stuff, for adults.
For adults. So that's next weekend. Did we have another thing here?
Yeah, that's next weekend. That'll be good. That's my favorite convention because it doesn't start at 7:00 in the morning.
Right, it starts at 3.
Yeah, it starts
3 p.m.
at 5 on Friday, and then it starts at 3 on Saturday. And I think it's noon or something.
Then it goes till 11.
Tuesday. Yeah, it goes to
pretty
11.
cool.
You know what was crazy? I don't remember if I talked about the tattoo convention on this one. Tattoo convention is on the Saturday, at least. It was 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Wow.
Which
a little much.
Is a lot.
Well, it's because everybody's getting their tattoos, and tattoos take freaking 4 hours to do or more.
For sure. There was a lot of, and I wouldn't say a lot, but there was some large number of multi-artist tattoos going on there.
On
is
one
pretty
person?
cool. Yeah, like
that's
two
cool.
people working on the same piece. They had one, it was a Beetlejuice tattoo. It was on this guy's thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy had like the drawing that he had done as the reference on like an iPad. And then he was doing it. And then him and this woman were working on the tattoo in like two separate parts, like kind of meeting in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And it had that like sandworm snake thing with the stripes and then the different faces on it and stuff.
That's cool.
It's crazy.
We got Admiral Wackass in the chat. What's up, Admiral Wackass? Are you going to the convention?
Yeah, dude, you got to come out and shill again for me.
Yeah, hit up
That would be
Brandon
awesome.
if you're going to Exotica. I'm sure you got a pass
Fresher
for you.
Luke says, how can someone become a tattoo artist? I guess you could just do it.
You probably
can
have-
try.
I thought you'd do like an apprentice under another tattoo artist. Remember?
Who says that?
That's we used
what
to
Big
watch
Tattoo wants you
Miami
to think.
Ink.
That's what Big Tattoo wants you to
Miami
think.
Ink with that Yoshi guy. I think he's dead now.
Brandon, film the after party for us. I haven't gone to any of the after parties, and I hear the ones that are just at like the hotel bars and stuff like that are really lame. But they have after parties at some of the local gentlemen's clubs, but I haven't gone to any of those.
Wackass, we're talking about Exotica, which is next weekend.
Yeah, Exotica's next weekend.
C2E2 is 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. It's
3 weeks.
Not the following weekend after Exotica, but the one after that.
Yeah, if you guys, oh wait,
Will you? Okay.
we got to shout out these gifted subs. Reese with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Let me scroll up and see who grabbed them.
Passed them.
I
They're
passed
right
them.
there. Henry Bemis, Alex VRB, Comics Mate, Rick Saylor, Mega Man, MG.
Jesus!
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I hope
yeah,
I hope Mega Man's still coming out to C2E2. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
definitely.
for the
That's
memberships.
great.
Freaking awesome. Appreciate that. Now you guys could use those awesome emojis. Any more questions?
Yeah, there was a couple of things. Snarticom says, will you be doing the former Wizard World? So Fan Expo, right?
Yeah.
And that's at Rosemont also. I
Right.
think
That's
it's a little
usually
bit later
around
in the year.
August.
Yeah,
I'd like to try it.
maybe.
I think that's actually a better place to do a meetup than C2E2 because it's right across the street from the international airport.
Mm-hmm.
There's a casino down the block.
Yeah, if you have to go to a casino.
Right. If you're, there's a mall across the street, huge indoor mall across the street. There's an
That's true.
outdoor, like bar area with multiple restaurants,
Comedy Club,
Fogo de Chao.
Harley Davidson's motorcycle store.
You could buy
for
Harleys
some
there.
reason.
There's a skydiving building where you can
Yeah,
indoor
there's a movie
skydiving as
theater.
well. So that's
and
a,
there's a Denny's,
Right,
like not
it's a
too far
Denny's.
from there if you need 24-hour food.
and you're not right next to
Dave
Chinatown.
and Buster's? I don't know. Is there Dave and Buster's over there?
There is. There's Dave and Buster's. Yes, across from the mall, across the highway,
Oh, cool.
but next to the baseball.
That's right.
field.
That's right.
There's you're not going to get jumped by the Yakuza in Chinatown because Chinatown's right by McCormick Place. It's not in the city, so you don't have to deal with any
Clean
traffic.
bathrooms.
And the hotels are probably not going to be egregious because it's not in downtown Chicago. So I'd like to do Fan Expo. We'll definitely go, even if there's not a table, because
Yeah.
we'll hang out
It
with buddies
was
there and stuff.
Better
last
this last year than it was a couple of years ago when we were there with Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix and Joe Sontag.
Was
Yeah,
there,
last year they had Claremont, Frank Miller, Jay Lee. They're getting more big comic names as the years go by,
yeah.
which is cool. So we'll definitely be around for that. I don't know if we're getting a
Says, my
table.
sister lives in Chicago. I wish I'd known earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, every year you could come out.
Yeah.
And, let's see. Eddie says, in my opinion, Fan Expo is better. Yeah, dude. McCarran
The better
Place
con?
sucks.
C2E2. Yeah,
McCarran
well,
Place sucks. Like when
It's
we go
huge.
to do C2E2 for the arcade and all that, the con starts at 10 and we get here at the arcade at 7 just so that we could get downtown easily without a bunch of traffic and then get to the show and get settled and turn everything on.
setup's
So, like, you're talking,
ridiculous.
like it's stupid. Whereas if you go to Rosemont, which is not in the city at all, it's right off of a highway, and it's like with all the construction right now, so it's probably like 20 minutes from the house or maybe 25 minutes from here at the arcade. It's very easy to get to and it's very walkable. So like, yeah, McCormick Place sucks.
Says the thought of going to Chicago gives me anxiety.
The nice thing about McCormick Place, though, if you have a problem with going to Chicago itself, is like you really don't even have to go to Chicago. McCormick Place is right off of I-55. You get off of I-55, you could turn right into the parking garage. And if you're staying at one of the hotels right there, you could park your car and never leave McCormick Place because all the hotels, the parking garage, and the convention center is all connected.
You don't really have to deal with the traffic except for highway traffic, unless they're doing like some construction, which they usually are.
You don't
But
have to deal with the city at all because you could just like get right in.
But it's still cool because you could see the city from there too, and the lake. You go outside is right on the lake, which is cool too. Oh yeah, and if you guys are in Chicago, Snarkticon tagged us in this, Brandon. This is the Ghanaian shop in Chicago. There's
Is
a
it
Ghanaian
in Chicago.
That's what they're saying. That's what Snarkticon was saying. Let's see if this loads. Dead Prey Gallery.
I thought this was the same website that we visited last time.
He says it's in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah,
Chicago-based traveling art gallery.
Working with 10 artists.
Really, really crazy.
Ghana, Africa. So if you guys are fans of the Ghanaian art, we're gonna have to go see this. And you're in Chicago for any of these conventions. Boban the Barbarian.
Fantastic. No guns on that poster though.
Bang Bang. Oh, they're doing basketball posters now. There they are.
Kill Bill.
Oh, classic. So that's an actual thing. Look at that. Oh, they do commissions.
They do commissions. Yeah, you have to submit for them, and then they'll approve you or not.
Someone needs to do a comic cover.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be amazing. So always great stuff to look forward to in the city.
Yeah, but there's a lot going on this month with all the conventions and everything. Packed. So that's going to be
Is April the cruelest month?
It is. April is the
cruelest month.
Yeah.
Cruelest month.
We had that earthquake earlier today.
Yeah, I didn't feel anything.
Well, we didn't have the earthquake, but New Jersey and New York had that earthquake.
Yeah.
So it is the cruelest month. It's
already
beginning.
Let's see. Snarkcon doesn't understand art repping. Angela really likes earthquakes, apparently, which is interesting. It's a weird flex. Weird take. Alex imploring us to always smoke crack.
Don't smoke crack.
Stop smoking crack. This chat is very conflicted here. If you guys are still in the chat, vote in the poll. All right, we have 46 votes. We got about 75 people in the chat right now. If you guys are watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube. You vote in the poll. It's the only way you could vote in this poll. The poll is Jubilee cool?
Reset. It felt like writing the L in the house. Are you in that area? Because we watched this video of this camera, like an inside the guy's house camera, and the dog knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, so
it happened, and then he was freaked out, like, "What's going on?" And then the actual seismic.
Well, what's up with
started.
that? Yesterday, they just had an earthquake in Taiwan, right?
Was that yesterday or 2 days ago?
It was yesterday. I mean, it might have been technically 2 days ago.
But yeah, there was that going on. Well, you have a number of things that could be going on. It could be, those Russian, the Soviet nuclear drills that have been drilling underneath the United States ever since World War II.
All right.
You've heard of those.
Right.
They've been drilling, for decades at this point. You have the Jew tunnels again, maybe they're expanding more of their synagogues, or it could just be wrath of God.
Right. The eclipse is coming up. You were saying that the
portal to hell is going to be opening.
Well, it might be like that thing from Fifth Element.
The Mr. Shadow.
Yeah. The dark planet.
Right.
And then the eclipse happens. And we're all going to die.
Lizzo went jogging.
Oh my God.
Could be. That
I
could
heard
be what
she's
it is.
getting off of everything. Like she's going to stop.
Man, I don't want to
performing.
think
She's
about Lizzo
retired.
getting off at all, Phil.
Ah.
Come on.
The God Hand. There's some berserk weebery going on. Yeah, so I don't know that
Sir.
Taiwan and the New York, it's a bit weird coincidence. But make sure you guys are doing the poll. This came out, new Cyclops news, Brandon. I know you're a big Cyclops fan.
I like Cyclops.
Cyclops has a new
hair.
look.
He's got sunglasses all the time.
Yeah.
He has, a psychological complex about being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could all relate to it.
He is Eddie Winkler's favorite, and I hope Eddie Winkler's still in the chat here. I don't know if he's seen this recently. I mean, in the new show, they've kind of made Cyclops, trying to make him into a badass now.
Kirby says, did they make Cyclops gay?
No.
Nope. Well, to some extent, perhaps.
So this is the classic 90s Jim Lee design Cyclops, looking like a cool dude. But now he's got a new iconic, or a new visor. They say his iconic visor has a menacing redesign.
I can't imagine anything more menacing.
Menacing.
That's
Here we go,
what
people.
Snarticom's saying. Menacing. Does it have angry eyebrows drawn on it? Yes.
Eddie Winkler says total badass. The new suit is meh. That's his
trash.
His take. There he is.
No.
Cyclops.
All right. So to answer Kirby's question, did they make Cyclops gay? In some regards, yes. In fact, he does look very gay.
No, look at him.
No.
You got Psylocke there. Banshee.
His new character name is Laser Butthole.
No.
Because that's what his face is.
No. Who is Sway?
Sway.
I don't know who Sway is.
You remember from Gone in 60 Seconds?
No.
The Angelina Jolie character.
I thought Sway is what they said in Batman Beyond, right?
Ain't his face Cyclops.
Look at him.
One-eyed Willie.
Is that him versus Invincible?
Mono eye. Dude, the Cyclops with the visor, right? With the slit across the face, the old school Cyclops is the coolest way you could have a guy with two eyes that has powers like that and then still call him Cyclops with the one visor slit. That's so
Well, that's
awesome.
what he always said. You're talking about classic
and
or
this is like, we're going to make a character named Cyclops. What do? We put a giant stupid eyeball on his head. Starro has a lawsuit. It looks absolutely ridiculous.
You're not a fan?
No, it looks stupid.
Well, you see, the Cyclops is a Greek mythological creature with one eye.
I get it.
They should have gave him the little horn tooth he has, the Cyclops has on his head, too.
Sometimes.
Up there.
Sway is an action that happens while you're moving back and forth rhythmically.
Yeah. Let's see what Sway's powers are. Let's see. X-Men Sway.
I like skull cap Cyclops. Like the classic, like Pride of X-Men looking Cyclops. I was never a fan. I like Cyclops when he had the hair out and the cool visor. I like the 90s X-Men.
Didn't they bring that back? Remember, was it Morrison's run where his visor wasn't an X shape, like around his head?
Or I do remember that.
It's kind of
also.
like that.
I'm not a huge fan of that either, because then he's more like X-Pac.
The wrestler, X-Pac? Here we go. Sway. Let me see if you guys could see this. I'll make it mini so you guys could see us.
That's fantastic.
You guys see that?
Great.
Where is this? All right. Sway. I'll just take my word for it. Sway, her name is Susan Chan. I think she's Asian.
She can be married into.
Physical characteristics. She's 5'9". She's female.
I feel like that's pretty tall.
Black hair. Created by.
If you were wondering, her irises are brown.
Nice. Created by Ed Brubaker. Let's see. There's got to be a powers. Okay. Chronokinesis. Sway has immutability to control time within her immediate vicinity. Sway controls over her powers weren't originally very advanced. She just controls time.
But she could also time stopping.
Oh, she could time stopping, Sway could slow or even time stop around her. She could also time replay, Sway could replay the recent past in short bursts, witnessing ghostly images in past events.
Yeah, that's kind of like that machine that they had in Galaxy Quest. And it only allowed you to go back 15 seconds in the past.
I don't remember that.
That was the whole crux of the climax of the film when he gets shot. And then he has to use the time machine to go back in time and stop himself from getting shot.
I only remember that rock monster and Sigourney Weaver's cleavage.
Yeah, that was the best she's ever looked in her life.
Yeah. I will never forget when Cyclops told Magneto to suck it. Yeah, because like an X-Pac.
Yes, it was an
Generation
iconic
X.
moment.
Gen X. All right, so that's the new X-Men Cyclops thing. Everybody likes his new eyeball. One eyeball.
No, nobody likes it.
It's, that should be a new poll.
Stupid. He looks like an idiot.
But the new X-Men episode came out, Brandon, and it was kind of it was like a half episode.
He
right?
should be hanging out with Snowflake and Save Space and Lunchbox.
Lunchbox?
And Internet Gas.
Oh, well, Lunchbox is my favorite. I wish we would get a spin-off. People don't like it.
Yeah, everybody hates it. It looks stupid.
All right, so Jubilation Lee took center stage on the new episode of X-Men 97.
Mm-hmm.
It was her birthday. Not before we got more weird jokes from Morph. But mostly in this episode, it was Sunspot and Jubilee. And she wanted to go to the arcade.
Right.
And Wolverine said no for some reason.
Magneto said no.
Oh, it was Magneto
Yeah,
that didn't want to go.
Do you expect the master of magnetism to be seed inside of a local game emporium?
Yeah. Could you imagine if he went there and affected poorly and negatively all the CRT monitors?
Oh, yeah, they would have blown out. That would have sucked. But so instead of going to an arcade, it cuts to a scene where Jubilee's just in her bedroom with
and exactly
Sunspot.
what you think would happen happens.
Yeah. A new game system appears on her nightstand. It's Motendo. And it has an X-Men game cartridge in the Motendo.
Right.
Then little wires come out of the gaming system, wrap around them, and they get teleported into a Tron-esque video game ran by Mojo, which is cool.
It wasn't really a Tron-esque.
Well, I'm saying the way they were transported
like a
into the
beat 'em up.
game. Yeah, it
Let's
wasn't
go
like
beat 'em
Tron, but it's like the premise of Tron, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or that comic you could buy on Amazon for $2.99. So they go into Mojo's video game world, and then they got to play some beat 'em up stuff.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, the aesthetic is all like pixel art backgrounds. They go through different, like first one's like a beat 'em up, and then it's like a fighting game.
Yeah.
And Spiral's there controlling all of the controls for Mojo. But the funny thing is Mojo is all skinny now. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna make him not fat because of fat shaming people or whatever. But
I was thinking that too, and I'm like, but wouldn't they want to like have him fat on the screen so that he's not like ashamed of being fat or something, right? But it made sense because he was effectively starved because his ratings were so low,
right?
Or
So
something like that, which is interesting.
The plot behind that is all of the TV ratings were low because people are playing too many video games now. And so he switched over his programming to video games, and that's where all of the entertainment is. And so once they started doing good in the video games, he got fatter and fatter, which was hilarious.
That's pretty funny. I don't remember what he sounded like or his personality in the original series. Is that something that you remember?
Yeah, it was really similar.
It was similar?
Yeah, it was like the really high-pitched whiny voice.
Okay.
Really, really good.
As much as it angers me that Rogue's not hot, and they've taken that away, I'm not hating this series.
Yeah.
It's probably I'm enjoying it more than the final.
For sure.
There was a lot of weird stuff going on in the animation change and stuff like that. Here it's kind of like, they've taken the hotness away from the characters and things like that, but they're not going too far into stupid stuff. It's kind of like a nostalgic fun, and we'll see when they start getting into storyline things. This one was not very storyline.
Yeah, this one was kind of like a filler episode, and because it was probably 20 minutes of this part of the episode and then 10 minutes of Storm, like another part of an episode, which we'll get the rest of next week.
Seagull Rock Squawk is here now.
What's up? Yo, Seagull. Good to see you.
Snarticom was saying he sounded like a fat Jim Carrey in the original. Maybe that's kind of how he sounded now.
Yeah. It might as well have been the same actor. But speaking of voice actors, in here, this is spoilers, I guess, but who cares? There's someone in these video games helping Sunspot and Jubilee, and she's got like a cyberpunky spiked helmet on, and it's another chick. Let me see. How do I get out of this? I have a picture of her right here. And it turns out it's old Jubilee. Like old version Jubilee. Old lady Jubilee. Even though she doesn't look super old. She's got white hair. But
she's Asian, man.
She doesn't look Asian.
Well, you wait until she hits that one age.
Oh, yeah.
It's just all over.
She'll
she's going to look good.
200.
Until a certain age.
So she has like more control over her powers. So she can make like blades out of her fireworks. And she's skating on fireworks, which is looking pretty cool in this kind of like Tron-esque background. But her voice sounds exactly like the old voice, because it's the old voice actor.
Old voice actress, yeah.
Which is crazy because I've seen a picture of the old voice actor, the one that did this character's voice, old Jubilee, and she looks like she's not old. So she must have been in her early 20s or 19 when she did the voice of Jubilee for the original series. But they recast her because I assume because she's white, and they wanted an Asian female to play the new version of Jubilee in this series. But you get the kind of two characters interacting with each other, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, the new Jubilee's voice actor sounds, fine.
Yeah,
right? And it's kind of like, she sounds close enough. Maybe they had to get a new actor until this character comes on screen, and then it pisses you off that they didn't just use her to voice Jubilee.
Yeah.
It
definitely gives you the nostalgia feels when you hear her voice. But they had this scene where one of the final bosses was Magneto, and they totally missed out on putting Magneto's X-Men arcade line in when he comes in and says welcome to die.
Yeah, he's all classic Magneto and everything from the old series.
They missed out. So here's Magneto saying welcome to die.
They totally should, but I can guarantee you that nobody that worked on that episode ever played that game.
Yeah. Well, they even did it when they did Marvel vs. Capcom 3 character intros. He had that line just because it's so ridiculous. They put it in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when you verse it, and it's like intro sequences.
Welcome to die.
Yeah. Totally missed opportunity, but then they fight Big Mojo and then they take him out. Mm-hmm. But it was cool. And then you get Forge. There's like a little ending area with Forge and what's her face, Storm. And then you get a cool shout out. I was excited about this. Little look into X Factor photos up on a pin board in Forge's house.
Phil was all excited about
this. You got Havoc, Polaris, Strong Guy, Multiple Man, 3 of them.
That's right.
Wolvesbane and Quicksilver. They were in the original series as well, but it was cool to see them. And I saw this badass Jim Lee card too of them on Twitter. That weight there,
that was you earlier today.
Yeah.
That's
and then I broke my back.
Picture of you breaking your back.
Yeah,
right there.
The bar doesn't look right though, right? It's kind of like going through his hand.
He's bending it.
It's
in his
crunched
hand.
in his
It's
hand. That's how
crunched in his
strong it
hand,
is.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess that's an explanation. What is this? What is Eddie talking about? Stroganoff run. No one knows what you want. No one wants to know what you're doing right now, Eddie. But yeah, everybody should go watch it. It's fun. And it's fun to have something to look forward to every week. Like, oh man, this is a new episode. Oh, also, if you guys heard, they're already working on season 3. Marvel Studios reveals that the 3rd season of X-Men 97 is already well into development.
I asked you how many episodes there were per season, and you said 10.
There's 10 this season.
Right.
Yeah.
We went from the old days of Unsolved Mysteries where the season was literally the entire year, and then there would be the season finale, and then Robert Stack would be like, on this episode of the season finale, and then the season would go, and then he'd be like, next week we'll be back with a whole new season of mysteries for you. There was no downtime, right? You're talking 52 weeks. And then they cut that back, and then it was like 27 or so, maybe 30 if you got lucky. And then they went to new times, and it was about 13. Now we're down to 10.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you'll be lucky if you get 2 episodes.
Yeah, 22 used to be the standard for episodes. Well, maybe they're doing it because if they're already working on season 3, maybe it'll be like no break in between seasons, like a classic Robert Stack.
There's no way they're going to do that. There's no way. They're going to milk this thing out forever.
Oh, yeah. Eddie
Well, they're going to
means
stretch it
Strowman.
out for a long time.
Yeah, I need to read that X Factor. I'm on. I just read X-Men 110 last night. It starts off with the team playing baseball. Classic American comics right there.
But is Rogue caked up or not? No, she's not.
She's not.
They haven't done that yet.
No, but you know who?
And they're not going to. They've ruined it.
I thought I had the hottest one so far has been Madeline Pryor in her Goblin Queen costume, and I thought I had you sent me a chick dressed up as. Oh yeah, here she is. This is basically her.
This is the same girl that dresses up as Rogue.
Yeah, Brandon sent this to me.
Yeah, I don't follow her, but her pictures show up on my feed sometimes.
Yeah, randomly.
Yes.
Maybe you follow her.
I don't.
Extra thick!
And after it's all said and done, you're gonna be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is that you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses. And after it's done, we're gonna have a tailgate party for all my freaks out there in Atlanta, Georgia.
Snarcom says, I vote for her over Sydney.
What?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Dude, Sydney Sweeney, full on PSYOP character. Did you see her working on some car that she's supposedly restoring? There's no way in hell she's actually doing that.
You don't think
There's
woman
no way
could have an interest to restore
she's
cars?
not getting under there with the brass brush on the grinder. No, she's not.
She might be. Save her for the hard line.
No.
We got Lisa Roberts in the chat. What's up, Lisa Roberts? First time seeing you here. Hit that subscribe button if you guys like what you're seeing. So this, if you guys remember the old X-Men show, this is, did you see this yet?
I did.
It's as best as it gets. Right here.
I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but
Wolverine big strutting back there.
It's big.
I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but
dude, it's so good. So I'm reading X-Men, and there's so much like internal monologue of Wolverine. Almost I'd probably say every other episode, him thinking like a thought bubble of him being like really into Jean and mad that he can't be with her and that he's never known love before. Like that was.
I mean, the guy's 200 years old. How could he have never known love before?
I know. They always call him midget too. They're really he's a maligned character in the X-Men. Yeah, I didn't realize how prominent the relationship and emotional drama in those comics were.
Oh, Gordon Goodler says Lisa Roberts is his alt account.
What? Somewhere. All right.
Sydney Sweeney's no noodling girl. Jay Ryan saying Brandon's just saying that because she's blonde. No.
Jeremy
She
says
is
Sydney
just-
gets hotter every day. Maybe Brandon is
right.
on to something.
Right. She can't be like that. She's too manufactured for guys to like her and have a specific type of guy, right? Because like your regular simp guys, they're gonna like whatever, right? But she's like especially classically good looking, but then also happens to work on cars, also happens to be okay with showing off her breast, also happens to be reading from the Bible.
Yeah.
Big sus.
She's basically like the female version of us. You know,
that's the part that's oppy, very oppy. Yeah,
Opie?
Well, that's a different disorder.
Baker says Arcane. This guy's an Arcane stan. Arcane has 9 episodes. That's the gold standard. Arcane. Yeah, but they're like hour-and-a-half episodes long. They take $1 million an episode to make because it's CG.
I don't even know what that is.
It's that League of Legends show on Netflix.
Oh,
that
they're probably more expensive than a CG show that I remember called Reboot. I think an episode of Reboot's probably more economically favorable to make
for sure. Or Jimmy Neutron, remember that?
I do remember.
There wasn't even like background noise. It was just recordings in 3D assets. Kelsey Shannon.
There's no
track.
Atmosphere
track. Yeah. Kelsey Shannon worked on Jimmy Neutron.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he do?
He did the voice to the fat kid with glasses.
Fat
It was like
Frank that was in love with Jimmy's mom.
Yeah. No, he didn't do voices. He did like I don't know. Well, maybe he'll come on next week. He'll be my co-host when you're gone. We'll see. We got. Let me do a little of this. We haven't seen this in a while.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Nail Bunny for $2 says Sid's Garage.
Sid's Garage. That's the kid from the first Toy Story movie.
Okay. He has a garage now. Sweden's talk of car restoration.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
Nailb only sent in $2, so there is a character limit to the message.
T-Talk. Well, thank you for that. I guess we give that a bonk. Thank you so much for the super chats.
Like Sydney Sweeney would be. Do you remember Power Block? And it was like a couple of hours of television on TV, and then they'd have like that hot blonde come out, and she'd be like, "You're watching Power Block," and then they'd go into like the guys that are working on their cars in the garage, and they show you how to put like you want to put nitrous into your car? Did you know that nitrous is just an oxygen supplement for your car? You could also supplement the fuel by putting a propane tank in there. Let's go. And then they show you how to put a propane tank in like a 1947 pickup truck.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah. That's what Sydney's Garage should be like. And then maybe she'll convince me. But if she's underneath there and it's like all way too clean, and she's just in there with like one of those mechanic shirts, but it's just tied here in the middle right underneath her breasts.
Yeah, it's making me think of Home Improvement. Remember that show? Dude, there's this clip we were playing last week about that. It's pretty great. Everybody should look up the Tim Allen Home Improvement grunt clip. It's about 5 minutes of him grunting. It's pretty great.
Nail Bunny says she doesn't do it in a bikini though. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, what's the point then?
Yeah. That's how you know she's psyop for conservative males.
All right, now that we're still on the X-Men topic, the Drawn and Quartered fan edition did a freaking sweet X-Men Drawn and Quartered fan edition last night. I wanted to show off some cool art. We got Alan Alonso's Sabretooth. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking sweet.
Yeah, it looks good.
He didn't win, though. He didn't win the vote. see what else we got here. This is from, we got to do latest.
Yeah.
There's the little poll. This guy didn't do an X-Men. He did an X-Man, which is Red X from Teen Titans. Still pretty cool.
All right.
Probably didn't win. You got Allen's. This is the winner.
Yeah, I could see why.
Armor on with the freaking Goblin Queen.
Yeah.
No goblins in sight. No goblins.
Man, yeah, that's a lot going on there.
There's a lot of Madeline Pryor.
Super slick, black shiny.
Yeah, black shiny.
Black shiny.
That's
Looks
right.
good.
Claremont was into some stuff back then. Little Nightcrawler. There we go.
I have to interject here, though. Have you noticed since Gordon Goodler came out
of what?
And said that Lisa Roberts was his alt, we haven't seen any Lisa Roberts posts.
That's true.
At all.
Suspect. She got ran off. Our Nightcrawler by our buddy Doug Smith over at Blue Moon Cartoons. And he did this, which this one's interesting too. Oh, Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to get rid of the cigar? Here's a cigar.
Yeah, exactly. Editorial had an issue with that.
Remove this cigar.
Let's see. There's some Devil Flyer from I think last week's. Pretty awesome. Shout out to Rex. Whoa. And that's it, I guess. No one's posting. Only these 4 guys posted.
Well, who was in the... There was more entries than just those. Look, in the poll. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they didn't post them on Twitter, though.
That's weird.
Guys,
Steampunk Cyclops.
Post them on Twitter. Come on. I know some people don't have it, but get Twitter. Shout outs. Eddie Winkler says, the more Phil reads Claremont run, he'll learn that Logan's true simp is the true simp and Scott is the true alpha. I mean, it's seeming like that, dude. He's like all emo about stuff. He keeps it inside his mind, though.
Yeah. So instead
we'll see.
Scott, it's Logan who's the Ryan Gosling.
In what sense?
Drive?
Drive?
He drives.
He does drive. He makes convertibles as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. I don't know if we could show this on here. Logan is a ducky. Logan is Ducky.
Some guy getting blown up.
No, it's Rhea Ripley.
Well, no, you're gonna get
doing her Rikishi. Well, I don't think this is WWE footage. It might be.
All right, imagine somebody's butt getting put into somebody else's face.
Yeah, but it's not Rikishi.
Right, it's not Rikishi. And it's Rhea Ripley, who's not good looking.
Oh, here we go. I found this. We can talk about this. So you brought this to my attention. You're like, what do you call it when you're like Asperger's, but only strictly about amusement parks?
That's not true. I just think they're neat.
Only people with Asperger's use the word neat, dude. Like David Barnes. Remember when he said girls are neat when he thought they were nice? Oh, yeah.
She looks nice.
Yeah, I had this friend in elementary school who whenever he thought a chick was hot, he said they looked nice.
Right. And then he'd be all like this with his fingers, like
he put his fingers together like that. She looks nice. Yeah, now he's like he works for the IRS or something. I don't know.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. He did slap the bass in my band. So check this out. Update. Rumors. What was this from? 2002?
Yeah.
2002 at, where is this?
This is Universal Studios Orlando.
Were you
I think
guys
it was Orlando.
alive in 2002? Did you go to Universal Studios Orlando for a Halloween
It
event?
might have been Hollywood. I don't know. But, well, I think, no, it had to be Orlando because it was Islands of Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they only
For the
had
Marvel
it in
stuff.
Orlando, yeah.
So they did a Maximum Carnage Halloween Horror Nights haunted house.
Yeah, so for Halloween, they have Hollywood Horror Nights, and then they'll kind of shut down area. Well, no, not shut down areas, but they'll have like haunted houses in the parks. I'm sure a lot of you know about this, and I'll have like scare zones in the parks where you could walk through there, and there's like themed scary people walking around that are kind of go with that thing. And I didn't know they did it in Islands of Adventure, because last time we were there was around Halloween time, and they had only had it in the normal park. They didn't have it in the Islands of Adventure park. But I guess at some point in the past they did, somewhere around 2002 it seems. And one of the scare centers and haunted houses was about Carnage, which seems like it would be really, really cool. Yeah. Maximum Carnage, right?
Yeah. Is it not?
And so there was rumors, because it's kind of like a lost media type thing, even though it's only 22 years ago. And people were like speculating on what was going on. And there's this image here.
Ooh, look at this.
That is like, you know, when Watson and Crick first discovered the DNA and what a chromosome looked like. That's what this is here. And then they're claiming that it's, in fact, a decapitated Spider-Man body hanging upside down.
Isn't that Tobias's testicle?
Yeah, that's just balls.
Yeah. What else we got here?
So this was the update, right? And
Update.
so there's that guy.
Look at this guy.
He played the Carnage.
Who is that?
He played the Carnage.
All right. They got limited shirts.
Yeah. There's that one where it's just the big black rectangle.
Nice.
On there.
Classic 2002 graphics.
Though here you could click on that, and then if you go to
I think I will click
20
on it.
minutes into it, there's actually a thing that says Maximum Carnage. And it's a walkthrough of Maximum Carnage. It's not lost media, it's just in this documentary that somebody had.
Wait, what just happened?
You went to private messages.
I clicked on make it bigger. Oh, maybe I
just go to
clicked on
YouTube. Click on the YouTube. Go to YouTube one. And then it'll just open it at YouTube.
About these evil henchmen.
Carnage of the week.
Carnage what?
Carnage of the week.
Was this Carnage of the week?
Angela Curry saying, so is Gordon, or Lisa? Who am I sending coke to? I don't know if you'd want to send coke through the mail. You know, the
think that's legal.
USPS has their own policing system now.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
All right, look, who is this? Who's this? Kingpin he played? Fisk?
And all the while, these evil henchmen and supervillains chasing you, wanting to capture you and make you part of their evil clan.
Maximum Carnage is an interesting attraction. There's a lot of actors popping out of nowhere.
That guy. His enthusiasm.
Supervillains chasing you, wanting to capture you and make you part of their evil clan.
His face paralysis.
Maximum Carnage is an interesting attraction. There's a lot of actors popping out of nowhere. It's different from the other attractions, which is always good.
So many hours in a haunted house.
A run through Maximum Carnage can be very threatening and
go.
make you feel out of control. Or at least that's how the
Shield
Universal
your eyes
designers
if you're
want you to
epileptic.
feel.
Maximum Carnage, the core scare is all about threatening environments. It's about being out of control.
So how did they create an atmosphere that appears to be threatening while keeping it safe? It's all about the high-tech toys.
Basically, one of the scares we use in all the houses are these pneumatic devices. They're handed to the character, and as the guests walk through, they're frightened by the sound. And if that doesn't scare them, that will.
Wow. But can this event beat the Willy Wonka UK meetup?
Yeah, that's true.
The unknown, really, really scary. Yeah, it's about giving people strokes. Is really what it is. So I watched this. I would scrub through this a little bit. It looks really lame.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks super lame. There isn't a single hero or villain in this video.
They don't even show Carnage or Scream?
I didn't see Carnage.
Because we saw pictures.
Right, you have to go to the other. I sent you
I think I do have
a previous one.
Yeah, I want to see what this guy says more.
He says, wow.
This is the vortex or the tunnel. It's a lightweight cylindrical device that spins around a bridge as you're walking through it. It's basically backlit to give a disorienting effect that makes you kind of want to grab onto the rails because you're not sure of the motion that's going through.
You remember when Spider-Man had to walk through a rotating tunnel to defeat Carnage?
No. I do remember that the end of that N64 game when Carnage went on to Dr. Octopus. It's kind of like a tunnel.
Yeah, I guess.
Basically, this is the waterfall effect. It consists of a series of pool pumps that draws the water out of a pool vat area, pumps it up 10 feet into the air. The water gently cascades over to the side. We accent this with lighting effects to give it more disorienting of effect,
So
and then we
this is the
scare
part
from opposite
specifically
directions
catered
for full
to the
effect.
hydrophobes. You know, if you're afraid of water,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say you have rabies, that part would really scare the hell out of you.
Great job.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this.
There's nothing in there. It's just talking about stupid water that's red, and then there's like a guy with the mask chasing you around with the chainsaw.
Is this
and
the
stuff like that.
is this where we see the pictures here?
Maybe. Maximum Carnage
Oh, yeah.
Pedia.
Is this? Why is there a guy dressed as
Guy
Punisher?
who's dressed as Punisher.
Let's bring this up. This is on a fandom page, Wikipedia style. Punisher, the Devil. Here we go.
There's the Maximum Carnage sign.
There's Carnage.
Hey guys, welcome to the haunted house.
And then there was a screen.
There's that guy with the mask. He wants you to join his evil clan.
Join us.
There's that red fence they were showing in the video right
That's
there.
right, with the light,
Yeah.
the red light.
There's that guy.
Who's that?
You know, he's one of the toxic guys. There's Lobster Johnson.
No, it's not Lobster Johnson. There they are. Let's see if I can pop this out here. Open link in new tab. Nope. That didn't work.
Maximum Bulgage.
There we go. God dang it.
Yeah, what
These
happens if you're
websites
really
trash.
drunk and fall into the spinning tunnel? You'll probably end up dead.
Here we go. This is what we wanted to see. We got Bam Margera over here.
It's just regular Bam Margera.
Yeah.
Don't you guys think that guy who's playing the Punisher there kind of looks like Phil?
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's got big hair.
Oh, here's
He's got Phil
Scream.
nose and Phil eyebrows.
He doesn't have Phil nose. Look
He's
at
got Phil
Scream.
nose. Yeah, there's Scream.
I don't know.
Scream
I'm not
is,
sold on this.
I don't know. They didn't show any of these characters in that video.
It's probably because they had to rent the costumes and they only had them for the opening night.
And then that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, all of the rumors about there being decapitated or like severed limbed heroes and stuff in there to be extra scary apparently didn't happen. None of that actually happened. It was just all fake rumors.
Yeah.
And overhype about something nobody remembered.
Look at this guy's like, hey, what's up?
Hey, Scream! Look at that.
Surprise!
Why is
Scream.
her head so big? Yeah, that's my question.
It's made of paper mache.
Yeah.
Here's the Punisher.
Yeah. There he is. With his Punisher in quotes shirt.
Yeah, this didn't look great.
Nah.
Why does 2002 look like 1997?
Because the 90s didn't end until like 2004, 2005.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, you're
So
supposed to say word.
Word up.
So what's it like to take a trip through maximum carnage? Now it's your turn to find out.
Here we go.
Isn't this just like a
Whoa.
remix of the Beautiful People?
Chain
Marilyn
link
Manson?
fences
Yeah.
and Carnage's henchmen are on the loose.
Oh, yeah, look, it's you.
Me?
Yeah, that's you taking a trip.
The lights are blinding as you trudge through pools of toxic waste.
Can't be safe. Does anybody know this woman?
There's your tunnel.
A tunnel Disorients
Those
you
tunnels are
and
cool.
They're
Come on.
fine, but
They're
they have
cool.
nothing to do with Carnage. And these skull guys that are from Batman and Robin the movie.
enter the nuclear reactor room.
When did?
Dude, can you smell this video footage?
Yeah. It smells like a haunted house.
It
It smells like the inside of Laser Quest
stale. Yeah,
with smoke machine smell.
yeah.
Definitely.
Alex BRB is getting too excited.
No.
Play it in slow motion, he says.
No.
This video is available for you on YouTube for free. Look at it. You remember Carnage's henchman? He's back with a chainsaw.
What's this?
That's what happens when you get carnaged.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum game will come out.
For the reprieve that Toon Lagoon.
All right. I'm looking up when Maximum Carnage came out, the book.
It smells like pee-pee. Get out of here.
Let's see. Maximum Carnage. Does anybody know?
Yeah, it was free.
93, really?
This was the Oompa Loompa tie-in to the Willy Wonka Glasgow experience.
1994. They're still holding on to this. They didn't have another Marvel character
8 more years
that they could have taken this and based it off of.
In 94?
Well, no, the book came out in 94 called
Right,
Maximum Carnage.
Okay, so 2002, who would you make a haunted house of based off of a Spider-Man villain? Who would be a better haunted house character?
Dude, Morbius.
Assuming you were going to do it right.
It's Morbin time.
All over the place.
I know.
It's be too much.
Too much. Well, you got, it could be Morbius. There. Who else is there? Hobgoblin.
Well,
Hobgoblin.
In 2002, Morbius was just some clown who wanted your plasma.
Yeah.
He wasn't menacing Morbin all over the place character, right?
What about the goblins? Goblins literally are Halloween-y. Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Hemogoblin.
Hemogoblin.
Can we talk about Hemogoblin for a second?
Brother Voodoo. The Prowler?
Brother Voodoo?
I don't feel like the Prowler is not well known enough. That's why I think Carnage was perfect, but they just gave us a generic haunted house.
Actually, Hemogoblin's from DC, my bad.
Oh, yeah. Man Thing?
Oh, screw Man Thing. Man Thing sucks. He's not even a villain, kind of. Brother Voodoo. No. Didn't they do like that Satan guy? I think he was a hero, though.
Blackheart and Ghost Rider.
Blackheart, I guess. But no one knows who Blackheart is.
Right. You need somebody who people know enough
I'm
about.
saying the goblins.
Yeah, the goblins are there. But it probably would have just been like, look, it's Green Goblin's henchmen.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw.
It would have been easier to do a Green Goblin mask.
Sure.
They probably had him left over from the guys that go out and sign autographs.
Yeah, but he doesn't look scary.
Hobgoblin's
Carnage
scary.
Looks scary.
Yeah, I guess so. Hobgoblin versus Black Armored Daredevil. Is it? I haven't seen that. Our relative Netho Diaz, which he did an interview on Sontag's channel. I haven't watched yet. I got to watch that. But he's been drawing some kick-ass stuff at Marvel. Daredevil.
Yeah, I feel like Marvel Superhero Island and Universal would already be very difficult to make look scary because of how colorful and comic booky it is.
Yeah.
Like it would kind of...
MODOK. No, you got to do
Sugarman? Sugarman would be better than MODOK for sure. But nobody knows who the hell Sugarman is.
Yeah, but he's freaky, dude.
See, you could have done a Dr. Doom. He's got the Dr. Doom towers are right there at the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then he could have had, like a Dr. Doom henchman with a chainsaw.
It's just a guy in some cargo pants, a camouflage shirt, and a Dr. Doom mask with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Here's Sugarman.
Look at that guy. Could you imagine how crappy the costume would have been?
No, you don't do a costume. You make it like an animatronic that just stays in the center or whatever. And he's like, his tongue's flailing everywhere. I get they don't have the budget of like Disney, like a Disney theme park.
Yeah. Did you know that Marvel Superhero Island was originally supposed to be DC Superhero Island, and then for some reason the thing fell through, and then they got Marvel, and then that's how we got
the lesser.
Yeah, I like DC is kind of partnered up with Six Flags right now.
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes,
right,
and then Six Flags probably sponsors
Six Flags, and they couldn't be doing a worse job. And I always wanted to have like Universal Studios sounds like Marvel Superhero Island, but for DC, right? Because Batman's so cool, and you get some awesome backdrops and stuff, and like always pissed off that Six Flags has the DC license.
Yeah,
nobody good has it.
Well, they have like,
and then when I found out
different
that
places,
that
different
Universal
rides.
Studios was supposed to originally have, and they were going to have like a bat signal going into the sky.
That'd be
and,
sick,
like, some really, really badass.
I don't think Six Flags even has
stuff.
like people dressed up as the heroes ever.
Right.
Have they done
I can't
that?
Think of it.
They just have like signs with the flash on it, and their rides are themed around them.
I don't know, but like going in and
Rocket
seeing how
Racer.
much they've spent on the Harry Potter lands.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go into Marvel Superhero Island, where it's basically just cardboard cutouts of art from the comic books everywhere. And it's cool. I mean, it looked awesome in the 90s, but now it looks really, really dated. And especially as an adult, it's like, man, this is just all the same. And it makes you want for more.
Yeah, definitely. I think is Bancroft streaming tonight? I'm looking here.
I think he got upset that somebody said they didn't care about his stream. In the
Really?
chat.
Someone said that?
Somebody was
And then
like, I don't care about that. So I think he deleted his whole channel.
That's not true. Is it? Bancroft, are you out there? Where is he?
He's under his desk in the fetal position,
Uh,
recovering from that statement.
I don't see his stream. But if you guys weren't here at the beginning, we also have to end this poll, which I'm going to end the poll right now. 56 votes in the poll. We're ending it. But if you guys weren't here earlier in the stream, we talked about a little update for the books. Everything is printing right now. I'm going to do a little close up here. The proofs are in, of course. We talked about this already, but these books, I think we printed 25 of them in the UK. Simon Bisley is signing them. He has them at his place, and he'll be signing them this weekend. So shout out to Simon and Mixum for making that happen. So those will be on their way next week. And I haven't heard anything about the books. We have a shipment date of the 12th. So they'll either be here earlier or on the 12th for the rest of the books. And then fulfillment's going to start, man. Look at this beautiful Shelby Robertson back cover on the Bisley variant. All the colors inside look freaking amazing. Everything lined up perfectly. So super excited for you guys to get this and read it and let me know how you feel about it. 83 pages of story, over 100 collective pages in here. And yeah, if you guys haven't grabbed this, now's the time to get it, because we're printing all the peripheral stuff, all the free trading cards that are coming with it, along with the Roquefort playing card going out to everybody free. So now's the time to grab it. So we don't, once we get in the fulfillment, we might run out of those as well. But thank you guys for all your support on this, making it freaking awesome.
They said that Bancroft stream is set for 9.
What?
So we'll just have to keep streaming.
Oh my goodness. I think I should, if it's up here, I should still be able to redirect it.
It's way down. It's way down.
It might be way down.
Yeah, there it is.
You're lying.
I'm making it up.
I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Star Circuit.
It's a 12-hour stream.
It's set for, no, it says it's set for 8 p.m., which is, it's 8 p.m. right now.
Right now, yeah.
All right. We're going to save it. We'll send it over to you. He'll be starting. I think he's talking about, Star Circuit, which number 2 is getting ready to launch. It looks freaking awesome. Shout out to Joe Catapano. He did an awesome piece in our CG Creation book. And the poll. Let's get to the poll. Is Jubilee cool? yes was in the lead, and then it went back to no. And wow, look at this, 56 votes.
Yeah, it's too close though.
It's close as frick.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a runoff next week. We'll revisit it.
Well, the poll, as you guys, I don't know if you saw, but 51% said yes, 48% said no.
Yeah, that's why it's too close.
Wow.
She didn't win by at least 5%. We'll have to do a runoff.
That's true. We do have a Rumble rant.
What?
Lieutenant Hobbit, which I can only assume it's Lieutenant Hughes, for $1 says, yes, I am here. Now let's get ready to rumble. What is up, Lieutenant Hughes?
Hobbit.
It might be a little tiny Hobbit. Thank you, everybody watching on Rumble. We still got some guys over there watching. Everybody on Twitter, everybody on YouTube. Have a great, safe weekend. I'm going to go rest my back, and hopefully we'll be back to deadlifting on Monday.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I'll update you on the hard line. So watch the hard line. And today is deep dish pizza day. Did you hear about this?
No.
So we might have to go get some pizza. I'm not sure.
Maybe we could.
Tell Bancroft we said hey with the Zaid raid. And we'll catch you on the flip flop.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenged all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna challenge us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat! I'm gonna...
about this.
I don't care if he don't... I'll make him bleed.
Today is fine day in California. Huh? True.